Coming up, Oprah with Meghan and Harry, the latest reaction to that explosive royal interview. Race, royal rifts and suicide. Harry and Meghan's shocking and deeply personal interview. All claims from the couple. We are yet to hear from Buckingham Palace, but we'll have all the reaction. Also this lunchtime.
The lunchtime news with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good afternoon. For an interview that was so highly anticipated, it was even more explosive than Buckingham Palace could have feared. Meghan and Harry's deeply personal interview with Oprah Winfrey aired in the US late last night, and there were no holds barred, with the Duchess of Sussex describing how living as a royal was so difficult it left her feeling suicidal. She said she felt lonely and silenced by the palace, and when she asked for help, it wasn't forthcoming. She revealed how Prince Harry was asked by one royal how dark their son Archie's skin might be. Her husband said his father, Prince Charles, has stopped taking his calls and he'd been cut off financially from the family. There is no word yet from the palace, but we'll have reaction from a panel of guests in just a moment. But first, our royal editor reports on these shocking claims. Lee Milligan, let's bring you in at this point here. Let's go back to that issue of Meghan and talk mental health as well. I mean, this is particularly damaging, isn't it, for the institution? We should get a response, do you think? Some kind of response?
I mean, the HR department of Buckingham Palace, given that only last week we heard that a bullying complaint had been filed against Meghan and that nothing happened to those alleged...
Watch the full interview on Oprah with Meghan and Harry right here on ITV at 9 p.m. tonight and, of course, on the ITV Hub. Moving on to other news, and for a lot of families, the big news of the day will be the return of children to schools in England after months of homeschooling. It is the first step on the roadmap to ease coronavirus restrictions, but for the first time, secondary school pupils will be asked to take regular tests and wear face masks to ensure the virus doesn't spread. Our political correspondent Carl Dinham reports. Another big change today is the new rule allowing care home residents one regular visitor. That one person will need to have a lateral flow test before each visit and wear PPE, but it means they will be able to hold hands with their loved one once again. Well, Johnny Blair is outside a care home in Northumberland. A very welcome change for care home residents and their families. Johnny Blair reporting there. In other news, the husband of Nazanin Zaghari-Ratcliffe, the British-Iranian woman who has been detained in Iran since 2016, is protesting outside the Iranian embassy in London today. Richard, a reminder of our main story this lunchtime. Prince Harry said his father, Prince Charles, had refused to take his calls and he'd been cut off financially from the family. No word from the palace yet. And to remind you, the full interview is, of course, on ITV at 9 p.m. tonight. But for now, that's it this lunchtime. Mary will be here with the ITV Evening News at 6:30. The news where you are follows the national weather. From everyone here, bye-bye. Hello again. Now the main stories in London. School children across the capital returned to the classroom today for the first time in at least 2 months with a staggered approach to learning to allow for mass coronavirus testing. Police have released a CCTV image of a man they want to trace after officers were sprayed with a noxious substance during an anti-lockdown protest in Hyde Park. The husband of Nazanin Zaghari-Ratcliffe, the British-Iranian woman who has been detained in Iran since 2016, is protesting outside the Iranian embassy today with his family. The Metropolitan Police has launched its first ever all-female operation to tackle robbery and violent crime in the capital. And after 7 long years since standing on the medal podium, 400-metre runner Jodie Williams from Welwyn Garden City is back to her winning ways at the European Indoor Championships. Weather now, here's Manali. And that is all from us for now. Ron Kay is here at 6. Until then, enjoy your afternoon. Bye-bye.